love bugs? Roslynn back at you one more again. Y'all, I had to start my video over. I had a important impact one-on-one call, so I had to disrupt that and go ahead and start that back up. But I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and take part two out. So this is the first time, and plus I did not realize that I put the video private. So I was like, wonder why nobody came in, but it's okay. Like I said, I usually put topics. Last night I just was random, just speaking on a lot of different things and, having good conversations as I do. We have a lot of fun, as well as we talk about informative things that, it may be, we may struggle with on a daily basis. Right now it's like a lot of things is unfolding. A lot of truth is being projected towards things that may affect people in a positive way, as well as affect people in a negative way. Hey, fam, how are you? You just dropped out of last night. You didn't even tell me goodbye. Sis, I'll talk to you later. You just went straight. You're like MIA on me. But it's okay. I'm glad you're here tonight. But it just may be me and you. I don't know. Because I know I put it up earlier, but I didn't realize I made the video private. I thought I put it on and nobody ain't come by. So I was like, oh, shoot. I didn't know I put it on private. But yeah, just speaking on different things, we are all unfolding a lot of problems. It's like, it's okay. I love you because the fact that you be like, hey sis, you gonna come on today? And it's good when people want to have a live chat every day, and it's good. I say I'll try my best if I can, but I say I'm just trying to be, more productive in my vibrations of my light work. So, universe, like, yeah, you gotta go all in, I gotta go all in. So, and just make sure I'm staying on my balance. So I'm gonna try to do this one at least like an hour and a half, and I got to do my other podcasts as well as the other videos I had in line, because I started off really late today. I was cleaning up the whole house and trying to get all that energy vibration into alignment, and just doing what I had to do, and then meditating didn't feel like the time done sped up on me, so I started off late today. But I'm just glad I still got a lot of stuff done, and I'm still in the groove of things. Because last night after I got off, I did I think another 3-hour one, like I've been doing for the last 2 times we did it, and so I was very tired. I didn't want to do nothing else after that, but just doing what I'm guided to do today. But, we're facing a lot of different things in life, where we having to become acceptant, being able to allow ourselves to let change take in, getting out of our comfort zones. We can't be consistent, not consistent, but complacent on, on just doing things and just to get by. It's just like if you're trying to manifest something in your life and you're doing something just to say, what, I did it. But universe sees everything we do. You may be trying to convince the next person next to you, and but universe see everything that you're doing. It's just like there's a lot of us that are manifesting a lot of things that is deserving in our lives, and you're having to be able to put that all in. Make sure you solid on your confidence within yourself. We can say we strong all day, but then if it's something that comes in to try to distract us, and we know it's a distraction, and we still allow ourselves to get triggered by that, that's letting you're not being confident in what you're doing. You have to be prepared for everything. You have to be ready, so you ain't got to get ready. So there's a lot of different things that was going on. I did a lot of meditating today, and just listening to a lot of videos that that is, I can really relate to, when it comes to like Trailblazer. And it's a new one. I guess the people are from Nigeria or something like that, but I can't remember what channel it is, because it's like a lot of the gospel ones that I like, when it talks about like the enemy and this and that and what you need to look for. So I just go whatever, that pops out at me. And it made a lot of good sense. Like y'all come here for me and y'all see the different ones that you can relate to, or certain things that you may have overlooked or even needed confirmation from the different things that I talk about. So, I do that as well, and just being able to say, what, these are the things that I experience. I don't have no problem with, telling the next person, because you could be experiencing this too, that you can be a very strong-willed person, but there are certain times that we do hold a line of weakness in there that we're really trying to allow ourselves to face and heal. And certain times we're too scared, because that fear sets in and you don't want to self-assess And that's a lot of things. Like I keep saying that word because I know there's a lot of things that we are having to call ourselves down on, you know, the BS that we tolerate within ourselves. You know, a lot of times if you've been accustomed on being on a certain vibration for so long, and then when you got to switch up, you know, that's a big game changer for you, and that's getting uncomfortable. And a lot of things right now is like pushing us out of our comfort zone, and it can make you feel like things is not going to get better for you, or you know, it feels like the enemy got the top hand or whatever. But these are the things that have to go on. You know how, you know, God says these things, I got something for you. It's already been won. It's already been written. This is for you. It's destined for you. But you have to put yourself in that vibration to know I'm worthy of this. You know, if you know you're worthy of this, you got to put the actions behind the words that you're projecting out about yourself. You can say, I'm sure all day. You know, I can be able to take it all day. But the next thing you know, something comes on and I blew you in the spot that don't put you right back to how you used to be. And this is not what this is where it's telling you. This, I'm pulling these out for you to be able to know. Universe is going to always stick those little, you know, Easter eggs in just to be able to see, are you going to fall back and do the things you used to do? Or are you going to allow yourself to say, oh, I know what that is, you know, because a lot of times you'll see it and then you'll allow yourself not even be bothered. But then it'll be something else. They'll pop up and then you know, it'll catch you off guard and then you went right back. But then a lot of times, you know, we hold that vibration of shame, and you shouldn't do that. It's just being able to tell you, okay, this is not something to be shamed or embarrassed about. Just being able to know this is a part of yourself that still needs work. And that's what we're doing right now. There's a lot of different things that, you know, you are opening and be able to be creative about. And it's like, Anton, I know you don't pull out another player totem with you, and I just seen it. Like you, I know you were seeing, I'm not going to say the animal because, you know, I don't know who looking or whatever, but you seen a certain animal one time. Now you don't switched up and went up the game like something very powerful, like it could be a lion that you're seeing, even though your last name. I just thought about it, your lion. You know, you seeing that. You know, you've been seeing one of those top tier top totems. Like you don't switch, like it caught you off guard because something good you've been doing and you went through a major shift. Am I wrong or am I right? You ain't gotta tell me all in depth, but just let me know if I'm wrong or am I right. Because I know you don't probably went through a major shift and now you don't felt it. Like you knew, but it was like that animal, that totem animal came in and gave you that confirmation. Or it could be the one I'm telling you about, and that's where your confirmation came in. I don't know if that's, you know, that's true or not, or if you want to, you know, whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of us that went through that shift. And I know it happened like 2 days ago. I went through my major shift. And I mean, when I say I felt it, it was like emotions coming up, like crying and stuff like that. But it was like beautiful emotions, like you're just grateful. You know, you've seen a lot of different things in your life. You're understanding these are the things that was actually happening for you, not actually happening to you. These are the things that strengthen you in ways that you may have felt weak in certain points, or you didn't allow yourself to acknowledge this is a weak spot for me. So I'm allowing myself to go ahead and really be honest about the emotions I'm feeling. You know, there are certain times we feel frustrated. We feel like we're on the last rope. We feel like we're about to, you know, give up on certain things. And these are the things that you're facing where you can say, okay, I'm being honest about it. You know, the feelings that I feel. Now, this is telling me, hey, well, I just got off the phone with your cousin. I told him to tell you, hey. So, you know, the things that you're feeling, you know, that you're going through, and it's like big ego. I see, I didn't want to say it because I didn't know if you didn't want to talk about it or whatever, but I say, yeah, you had a big shift, and that big shift came up, and next thing you know, you were trying to ask yourself, like, did this actually happen? Is this that confirmation I was needing? And then it showed me that you had a big flip. You had a big flip. And Breezy, have you been getting a daggone tower moment? Like you've been doing your cards, and I don't know if you were doing one for yourself, but when I was on the phone with your cousin, I kept on seeing that daggone tower card. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if you've been doing a little shuffle here. But it's like, I don't know if you were trying to ask a question about yourself and that tower kept coming up. So something about to be revealed on somebody. And it's coming down, and it's coming down fast. But yeah, I'm getting like extra sensitive to all these vibrations with everybody and easy breezy, you know. I was looking, I'm like, girl, that is my girl. She be, you know, she be having me cut up like, no, don't do that. You know, that's over here. Like, I love her. I love the way she do that. I haven't been over your channel. I need to come back over there, but I'll be over there probably tomorrow. To see if you got anything more uploaded, because I try to, you know, drop support down that you got yours. But yeah, we're going through a lot of hey, I was just talking about you. Yeah, it was like I just shared your post. You did? What post did you share? What are you talking about? Like my memes and stuff like that? But yeah, I kept on seeing a tower moment. I was telling Stephanie, I'm like, I don't know who the hell keep on showing me this damn tower moment. Maybe your cousin. And then next, you know, you pop in after I got off the phone with him. But yeah, it's like Antoine saying, hey, Stephen. But yeah, we're going through a very intense moment where you're really seeing things for what they truly are, you know. And I tell you, it's like, this is live. Yeah, it's live. It's like, yeah, it's like, this is live. You didn't know it was live. Well, if you hear, you know it's live. But yeah, you there's a lot of different things that's coming up. You know, you going towards that next vibration. It's getting very intense for you. And it's just a lot of things. It's like, you know, it feels like you like the bait, you know. And he's like, hiya, hey, cousin. It was like, oh, the fam is in here. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all give a thumbs up. Y'all in here, please. It's like, no, I shared your live. Oh, okay. Because yeah, the last video I was on a video and Steph called in. And I didn't realize, I thought I put it public because I said, usually y'all pop in quick, but nobody ain't pop in, but I was still doing it like a regular video, but I put it out next, you know, Stephen called and I said, okay, I'm gonna end this and start it back up and, you know, did our little talk and then, you know, started back up. But, you know, a lot of us is going through, you know, you seeing the real you. A lot of layers is coming revealed. Everybody going through a revealing moment about where their self is. You know, you may be going through a lot of frustration. You may be going through confusion. You're healing your heart chakra. You know, you're dealing with a lot of pressure on the top of the crown. I know a lot of people are getting a lot of insight that's coming in. Is maybe, you know, it can be confusing or certain things you already know that's coming in. You know, the dreams is getting crazy. You know, so you're going through a vibration of, you know, raising the bar on yourself. So it's showing you, you know, what you need to change about yourself, what you need to come in closer to it. What you need to go ahead. It's like, yeah, it's very confusing. Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop because I'm about to say, you better get your little butt down. Ugh, she's so distracting. But anyways, you know, going through different things, and it's just like, what is going on? And it's like your bar is raising with you. It's just like, I don't know, Breezy, if you may have to take a break for 2 days. It's telling me to tell you to take a break for 2 days without reading, because you may need to charge, because I think you've been doing a lot of reading. They said you reading a lot, and when your focus is coming in, see, so you already know I know. So I'm just, you know, I'm delivering like you deliver to you. They said take 2 days, sis. Take 2 days, because yours is coming in. And it's like they need you to really, because if it's feeling confusion, it's like you got so much coming in right now. When I see you, your light is like this. So I know you're getting a lot of stuff, but you need to take a break for 2 days. And so, because when you come back from those 2 days, you're going to be so enlightened. Your enlightenment is going to be lightning. You know, your light is going to be light. It's like you light. You're welcome, baby, anytime. But yeah, it's like a lot of different things that's coming in for a lot of people right now. You're getting a creative mind, but it's also showing you, you know, different things. You know, you may be dealing with a lot of stuff, and it's starting to reveal for you what's supportive of you, what's going against you, where your enemies and foes are, how you need to be able to project towards them. A lot of times you need to be seen without being heard. You know, just allow yourself, because it's a lot of times things can be heard with just you being quiet and observing. You know, and these are the things that are taking place in your life, because there's a lot of people that are taking very big shifts right now, especially you, Breezy. Because I'm like, girl, I don't know what you got going on. Everybody's just, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, all these different things. And you know, as soon as I said that, the light got bright. So you got something going on with you. And they like, tell her to time out for a minute, because you're doing a lot. And they got stuff coming into you, but you reading so much, but you ain't letting it sit. And you like, okay, I'm going to have to pull out a card. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out a card and then read it. He was like, you need to stop for a minute and let it come in because they got more stuff that's coming in, but they need you to meet because you all like this. They were like, sis, slow down, but you all like this. And they trying to get you to come here because you real potent right now. And you're like, oh, I got this, this vibration I need to share. You need to share it. So you need to not just like, shh, just listen, be quiet and listen. So you got to do that. So when you come back, you'll know, because it may not make sense right now. It's like time out. Yes, they tell you to time out because you all like all over the place. They're like, oh, let me tell you this. You know how you had that one little hyper cartoon character? And they're like, Lord, can you just wait a minute? It was like, you all like this. And they just telling you, calm down. Because you've been a little bit too hype. You need to slow your roll. It's like you got some good stuff coming. But you need to take a break for that to really come in, because it's coming in. Because a lot of people are having that vibration and it's coming in. It's hitting you hard. And a lot of people are able to do it. Like Stephen, his stuff is coming in too. But that mess is coming in. You just like, what's happening? But it's a lot coming in. And it really needs you to just sit for a moment. You need to marinate so you can really see what's going on, because there's so many different context clues that's coming in. You have to be really in tune to get it. And I know you done jumped a hole, like you were here and then you done jumped way up here and then you trying to get, let me pull the cards, and that may need you to stop for a minute. I was like, oh, you need to stop. I'm like, Lord Jesus, okay. But yeah, you're going through all these different things and you're like, man, yes, just stop. Just stop for a minute. But yeah, you're going through all these different things. Everything is coming to you, and it's just like right here. Because I feel like a lot of people has just been having that pressure right here, and it's like really coming out. And it's like you having this new vision of where you can see it. I don't know. It's just y'all got some heavy ass energy, and I can feel it because I'm feeling it. I wasn't feeling like this before, and it's like, whoa, yes, because I'm feeling like that pressure, especially with you, Breezy. All this stuff is coming from right here, and that's why they say tell her to slow down, because we trying to tell her, and then she's not. Yeah, that's why I told you just observe. Don't absorb that mess. You need to put a shield on you before you go to work, because you getting all them nanny grannies vibrations. You don't need to be having that. They see you somewhere sitting in a daggone rope, in a daggone rocking chair or something, and then you start talking that old stuff. No, you need to put a shield over you before you go to work. You need to protect yourself before you go to work. But yeah, it's like Easy Breezy got all this stuff going on. Like you probably wake up in the middle of the night like this, like you got a third eye hangover or whatever you got going on, because they showing me. Now I need to shield myself from you too, because that mess is becoming way too much. I don't know. I done got extra sensitive from y'all's sensitivity. But yeah, spiritual armor, yes. And I done had to just shield mine real quick. Clink, clink. But yeah, there's a lot of different things. There's changes that's going on with all of y'all. And it is just, you're going through that big shift. Like I said, it went on like 2 days ago. You may have been like feeling stuck and confused a little bit, or you may even caught yourself like staring out of space or something, like, oh, I'm back, because you over here jumping portals again. It's like a lot of times we don't realize it. That vibration hit a couple of dimensions that they haven't even thought of yet, and you're going there, and now you're getting back, and now it's like you got all these new vibes because your gifts and stuff are opening, and when the gifts open, the other ones heighten. And it's just like with you, and you need to sleep with that daggone crystal. Whatever crystal you got next to your bed, you put that mess in your damn bra. It's like, because you got too much going on, girl. And I'm like, ugh. It's like, stop sharing that with me. But yeah, because it's like one that you carry that. I don't know, Breezy, you got a crystal that you always carry with you. You need to put that mess in your bra so you can, you can level yourself out, because you got too much going on. But it's a good too much. But God, just like calm your ass down somewhere. You got that energy jumping, like you got a monster drink type vibration. Like, I don't like that. It's too hype for me. But yeah, it's like, it's how you always talking about I'm talking good. But I'm just saying, this is the vibrations y'all are giving me out. Because Antoine, you done had you a pride land, and I'm not saying that because the last name is Lion and all that stuff in the mighty jungle, but you got that pride land like the Mufasa going on. Like, you got that alpha that's really done kicked the gear on you. Y'all better give me some damn thumbs up, because I done guess the mess that y'all been doing the last 2-3 days. Y'all want to quit playing with me. It's like y'all got all this going on with me, and I ain't even get paid for this mess. But yeah, there's a lot of big energy shifts that everybody's getting in. I mean, it's just like, and the more your energy shifts come up, you trust and believe, there's going to be a lot more energies of enemies that's going to pop up, because you are getting strengthened, and they want to keep your butt distracted and confused. So you have to make sure you got your important shields on. Don't allow yourself to entertain the BS. Just allow yourself to just look. You're like, oh, I'm good. I'm just observing. You have to really be that way, because it's just like, Breezy, I don't know what you got going on. I wish you just stopped. Like, well, let me tell her. No, I don't want to know all that. I was like, I don't know what you got going on. You know what you got going on, sister love. But I sit up here and got hot flashes. But y'all, we're all going through a lot of different transit. It's like a transit. Like it speeds up and it stops. Speeds up and it stops. It heightens, and then it gets off balance a little bit to go straight. So it's just like real crazy. Like you creating your own planet of frequencies, and that mess is very potent, like very, very potent. But it's okay. But these are the things that's allowing you to learn about yourself as well as your surroundings. And it's just like, Breezy, you got some kind of gift that is going. What's today? Tuesday. It's going to be a big. You're going to have another shift throughout the weekend. So it's just like your power play button on your tarot cards is going to spike up by the weekend, and you be like, whoa, what is this? It's like, you'll know what I'm talking about. So there'll be a lot of different things that's taking place that is really going to tell you a lot, because whoever, like, you got your gift from, I don't know if it was like a great grandmother or a mother figure, but I know a grandfather is coming through and a great grandmother is coming through. And it's like, whoever it did, pass that down to you, because your stuff is like, I guess it skipped a generation. Like, there's a touch of it, like in your immediate family with maybe your mom, but they're giving you some extra essence or something, because you're about to go into another creative vibration. Like, maybe you've been thinking about doing something different to add towards what you're doing now. You're doing something a little bit different. Does that sound familiar to you? But you're adding something more to it, and they're saying a grandmother, like a grandmother type vibration is coming through you, and she's coming fiercely. So whatever she's doing, she's sending messages through you to help advance what you're doing now, on top of something new that you're about to embark on, if that makes any kind of sense to you. Because it could be something you've been contemplating about, and this is like your dead ringer, because it's showing me a bullseye, and you hit right where it is, like, should I do this or not? But I don't know if you knew if you were going to be able to do it, or you're just contemplating. Whatever that decision you're trying to contemplate, that you've been riding the fence on for the last day or two, it's a definite yes, go for it. So you may know what I'm talking about, you may not, but you're going to know something by the weekend. So I don't know what that is. But yours, Antoine, you've been having a matrix thing going on. I don't know what it is. Like, you be catching glitches, but then you start bringing more stuff in, and it's just like, oh, you've been jotting a lot of different stuff down, like ideas or your thoughts or something like that. You've been doing yours. Stefan, if he's still in here, we already talked, so I'm not going to talk about that, but you're going through different decisions. And your different decisions, certain things is going to come to you in a dream, and then it's going to come to you in awaken, like it's going to repeat, like, because a lot of times when you're going through a heightened energy situation, your vibration is very potent at that time, and it gets very intense when you're asleep. So a lot of times you have something in your dream, and you get up and it's gone. But whatever is going on in that dream, she's like, I feel like you're talking to me in some parts. It's like, I didn't even realize it was live. Yes, it's live. I'm like, don't it say it's live when y'all see it? I don't know. I'm on this end, so I can't see what it says. Let me see. I'm going to pull up my channel. But yeah, there's a lot of different energy that comes through, and it's like crazy. And I know it's crazy because my daggone cat can't even stay still, and she usually just sit here and just be, just chilling. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that's coming in where you're dreaming stuff, but it's just like when you're intensifying, it's like more things start showing to you, because it's just like when they're moving you further, they want you to know who your enemies are, the supporters that you are, and somebody that's kind of shifty and shaky like you. If you've been questioning about them, those are the ones you need to go ahead and cut loose already as it is. If you start feeling like, I don't know what it is about that person, you need to go ahead and cut them off, because if it's something they don't want you to know about, it's because they're cloaking something. They're trying to make sure they don't find it, and they done sent that person to you to distract you. So there's a lot of different game plays going on. Yeah, because you seeing it. Yeah, you seeing a lot of it right now. Yeah, it says live. So yeah, there's a lot of different things coming in right now. And it's like she is like, hi, she's, yeah, it's just like I'm on. Yeah, so there's a lot of things. I don't know if you heard what I said, Stephen, but I said if you have a dream about something, you know how a lot of times we can get up, it's like a dream is a dream. But if you remember, the dream is a message for you in your waking time. So if you dream something and all of a sudden it comes to fusion throughout your day, like a deja vu vibration, that's something that you need to keep in mind for you. And it's just like, okay, I was like, hey, how you doing? I don't know if you've been here before, but thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, because y'all got some potent ass energy, and I tried to sit up here and shield myself before I came back on. But I guess it's because I was talking to Stephen and I started back up, and I was like, let me go ahead and start back up. And then Antoine, you coming on? I'm like, oh shoot, let me just go back on there, because I didn't think nobody was, but I didn't know. I thought I put it public, but I didn't, because I said usually when I start, y'all come popping in either like 2 or 3 minutes after that. But it's all good. But yeah, we're going through a very huge shift, and especially the portal, the Lionsgate portal is about to open, so stuff is getting real crazy. So you have to be able to expect the unexpected. You have to be able to know that things are going to be popping off. You got to be able to buckle your seatbelts and being able to know to be prepared to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a good 2 days, or you can have somebody come in your life just to trigger you, just to see where you stand at. You have to be able to prepare yourself. Like, is this really an investment, or is this going to be a big setback? You have to be able to make those decisions. And it's, yeah. So it's just like, because Breezy started coming up in here, I had to shield my ass from her, because I don't know, like, girl, what the hell you got going on? And I'm like, because they were like, tell her to stop. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell her, but yeah, there's so much going on right now. And it's like a huge vibration. It's very huge. It's like very huge. Cause I was just telling him, he was like, whoa, you didn't know that? I'm like, yeah, you didn't know. But people get sent to me for a reason. And it's just, being able to really connect on a lot of different things. Cause it's like, I don't know why I keep seeing a showboat. I don't know what a showboat is, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. But a showboat, like, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell the purpose of a showboat is anyway. But it's just a lot of different things where people are jumping portals. Like, you don't even know about your own self. Like, you getting a little bit too big for your britches, basically. But it's just a fact is, but it's a good thing for you, because it's like you're getting strengthened. Because the more things you allow yourself to accept of what the universe is revealing to you, that means you heighten. In a good way. Hold on, y'all. I gotta let my cat out because she's doing too much, and I guess the energy is bugging her in here. So let me open the door. I'll be right back. I was like, the energy bugging you? I seen because you get real antsy. You don't never be like that. And she's like, oh, hell no. Let me get up out of here. It's like, yeah, I'm loud. Now I know. At least that ain't just me, because she looking like, let me up out of here, because she was hitting on the door. Like, she done jumped from my bed to my little stool over here to my stool, and jumped back there and went to the door and started hitting it. Like, no, y'all need to let me out. So I already know it ain't just me then. Y'all got her discombobulated over here. So, but yeah, there's like a big shift change. So it's just like wearing us for the Lionsgate. And the Lionsgate portal is allowing yourself to really, it's like things are being revealed to you about what directions is best for you to take. They telling you don't ride on the fence, be full blown into your confidence. Don't second guess yourself. If your intuition is trying to lead you, allow yourself to be led. Don't try to sit up here and say, you want to do something because you're feeling cocky. Don't do that. You'll mess your own self up. It's like, Cherry, what's up? How you been? It's like, hey, everyone. Thanks, sis, for coming through. But yeah, your energy is opening. You're doing a lot of self-assessing with a lot of different things. You're being honest with yourself. If you know that there are certain things that you're still, feeling in your life, because it's like you're going through this intimate, this intense healing. So there could be times you're at work or you could be cleaning and all of a sudden like a past memory will come up, because right now a whole lot of, you're doing that inner child healing right now. So there'll be a lot of different things. And plus we're dealing with that. What was it from June 10th? I think it was like that 19-year clear slate, because it just seemed like all of these things are going all at one time, and these are the things that's taking place. So it may be feeling very intense for you that is taking place, and it's just really telling you, hey, you're on the ball right now. I know things may be hitting you hard and heavy, but if the universe is urging you to do that, it says, blessings, glad I'm caught you on the live. Yeah, I'm glad you could. I appreciate the fact that you stopped by and embraced us with your beautiful presence of energy. Everybody just hit me with that energy. I had to put my shield up because that mess was getting crazy. You see my light, see? It was like my lights and stuff started acting crazy, and I had to shield myself from y'all. And Cherry said, hey, and sent you a 100 and a heart. But yeah, you're going through all these intense, yeah, my aura is acting crazy right now. But I've been purging a lot today, and I've been meditating a lot, and it just allowed me to say, dang, that's what that is. It had me pushing the slow moment on the slow button, like, oh, that's what that was. But usually if I go through that, there'll be some things that I know somebody else is dealing with, because a lot of times we're manifesting and things, we get mad because the things is not going in time. You already know where God, universe is, it happens in divine. But they're sending you a light working. You're doing your part. They want you. There's a lot of creative steps that's coming in. Yeah, and I know you need to take your butt to bed before you start getting crazy. But yeah, your vibration already gone to sleep, boy. You be all right. You need to go to sleep because I know you're tired. But yeah, go on to sleep. But yeah, you're going through all these different things, and it's really telling you, get into gear. Make sure you got your sleeves rolled up. Got so many beautiful things that's in store for your life, but we need you to really get to work. Don't have step on yourself. Don't do that to yourself, because these are things that's opening up to your life that God and universe really sees as a once in a lifetime thing. And a lot of times, whatever may be in that vibe of resistance, because you can be all gung-ho saying, I'm doing my manifest, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then if you still got negative stuff that's coming up, they're like, okay, we're because it's like the universe is always, there to assist us on going through that. So anything that's still lingering, that's leaving like that little, that vibration, they want you to be able to allow yourself, like, hey, if this is that situation is still bothering you, we need you to go heal that. You need to understand, like, because sometimes you're like, dang, I thought I healed from those things. But you have to understand, if this is something that has happened for a long period of time and it just left unacknowledged, you have to understand that's like growth. And when you grow, that stuff gets heavy. And those are a lot of things that we left, a wound out there that it just never got, accounted for, or you got accustomed to holding on to that situation for so long. So a lot of times, if those wounds are deep, it's not going to be a one-time thing. These are the things that has to go off in layers. But when you're getting consistent, with doing meditations on, forgiveness within yourself and whoever and whatever that was that has triggered you or left a wound or left you traumatized, you have to allow yourself to deal with that on a daily. You got to get more serious about yourself, be more, add a little bit more to your life. If you already know you're working and they're sending you different, synchronicities and stuff like that, that you know, hey, you put in work, they commend that with you, you know. But allow yourself to be doing that justice for yourself, because if you know you got some big blessings coming into your life, they want you to go all in for it. Be more serious than you've been serious about anything that's coming on into your life that you know you have had, because there's bigger things coming in your life. Because you know, it is just the fact is for us to be, and I know my energy is, I apologize if it's coming in like that because my energy keeps flashing, so I apologize that it's coming in like that. My aura is very potent right now. But if you're going through a lot of different things, you know, right now, and it's just like you're seeing, you know, what can be still a trigger, or certain things that you need to pay attention to. Or if you're in a workplace and certain things popping off, it's showing you what people to deal with, what people not to deal with. If you even notice, because a lot of people that are in the workforce and you're dealing with a lot of these change vibrations, there are certain things you can't even tolerate anyway, you know. So you have to be able to let yourself know what to be selective about. Don't be inviting a lot of things in, because you know when you got a lot of good things coming into your life, you know the devil gonna try to intervene in any kind of way. So you have to be very selective, you know what I'm saying? So it is just like, if you need to take that time out for yourself, that you know you've been engaging with a lot of different people and stuff like that, you have to understand you feed into that frequency they got going on too. So you have to add in a little bit more meditation into your, you know, into your day. So there's a lot of different things that's coming on, because I think, yeah, today is the 4th. So you got 4 more days before that daggone portal hits. And that's why, you know, you're going through a lot of different stuff, you know, and that mess gets heavy. And it may be even feeling like people coming into your life like you already know they don't mean no good. You're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, hell no, what are you coming back here for? Yeah, I know you weren't making good vibrations when you were here the last time. I know you ain't coming back. You got a new trick up your sleeve. So you even got to be, you know, you got to just keep people blocked out your life, because it's just like, you know, the devil going to bring all type of vibrations in, but God going to use that to just see, are you going to stay focused on what I have for you, or are you going to stay focused on what they're doing? Because I'm still here. You know, he's like, I'm still here. I'm where I need to be. I'm trying to get you there. You know, so there's a lot of different things that's coming in, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of different things. Well, you know, all right. Because there'll be a lot of time like, girl, they were getting on my nerves. And I thought you were about to catch a whole fade. I'm about to give them all these type of hands, like, you know, but that ain't even, see how you see how my vibration just changed like that. My aura is crazy right now. So y'all might see the light, you know, and it's just crazy. But you know, all those different things, you know how stuff will get started, you know, be keying you up. God will throw that daggone boomerang in there real quick. Let me see if they don't learn what I told them yet, or they gonna sit up here and get fickle because this little freakery is coming around and distracting them. Like, oh no, hey, what are you doing? Oh, okay. All right, just let you come through. You know, he's like, I'm not even about to touch that. Not touch it, but touch it. You know, and go through all those different things, and you're starting to learn more. Like, oh, okay, now they're starting to get a swing of things. You being very, very selective about what you choose to entertain. Bingo, you know, and those are the things what you're doing. You know, because there's so much stuff going on in the world, and I'm just like, I'm not here for it. If it need my attention, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. You know, because even today, I thought I was gonna sleep, and I was just like, get up. I'm like, okay. You know, and I had to pray to God, please give me the energy, because, you know, I'm still stuck and confused from yesterday. I'm trying to get it, trying to live it, be it, breathe it, you know, and then got me right back up today. I had me a thing of Mountain Dew. It's probably what's all crazy, because I'm feeling all y'all daggone frequency. I'm like, oh, hell no, let me put that shield up real quick, so I ain't trying to deal with all that, because you see how my daggone aura keeps changing up in the video and junk, and maybe even start feeling pixelated. But you know, it's just been crazy, because it's like certain people, like I've been returning the comments to, you know, replying to them, and their family from the other side coming like, can you tell them this? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, definitely not here. But a certain, like, okay, all right, you being very selective. It's like things you may have been, because it's even, you can even go walk down memory lane, and you can see the different things that you used to cater to, or you used to be, you know, indulging in, or you used to entertain. Nowadays, you're like, oh no, because it was just like I was talking in one of my videos how I used to watch Cheaters, and what is it, Steve Wilkos, you know, the dude from, you know, Jerry Springer show and all that stuff. You know, went ahead and got him another show and all this stuff. You can't pay me. I will freeze up if I sit up here and watch Cheaters. Like, I don't want to embody that. You know, I've been through that, done that. Now these folks is being televised and doing it. I know, I feel that pain they're going through. I ain't trying to deal with that. I'm not trying to go through all that. So it's just like, you'll notice, even when you feel frustrated and say, you know what, I'm tired of God playing with me. I'll tell God real quick, I'm tired of you playing with me. You got me doing all this and I ain't seen nothing yet. It's like, well, you've been doing everything I told you to do. Yeah. No. I mean, everything I told you to do. I'll get back to you on that. Okay, then you better keep on going. It's like your energy you try to leave behind. Yeah. Because if it's not something that's nourishing, that is taking me to that, want me to be tiptoeing through the tulips and junk like that. If it's not giving me that, you got me running around here looking like Rashida on whatever, having an attitude, neck rolling and pointing finger and all that. I don't want all that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got to go through that, I'm just not going to say nothing. I don't want that type of energy. And I knew I was feeling fancy free. And it's why after I finished with y'all last night, I don't put on my old school music. And baby, when I talk about old school music, I was listening to Evelyn Champagne King, Love Come Down. I was dancing to that. Nicole Ray, I Got What You Want. I went right back to the old music. I'm like, Dad, what is all this? It had me going back. And I was just living it up. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? You ain't been like that in a long time. And, and it was just like, it was so refreshing. Everybody was going out in the house. My ex, he went and did what he had to do. My daughter, she had to go to work. But it was like my body was still hurting from the last few days because I've been purging so much. And it made me feel like I've been doing 20 hours of aerobics or whatever. So my body feeling all, decrepit and junk. I put on music. I was listening to Mary Jane Girls and Climax and stuff like that. I listened to about 4 or 5 videos and I laid my butt down. I was tired. And you would think when I had the whole house to myself, I always want to play music, like blasting until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and just be living it up because it just be me and my fur babies. Last night I said I'm going to lay my butt right on back down because I'm tired. I stayed on, I stayed on chat like almost close to 3 hours again last night. So it was just like, no, you need to recharge, Sister Love. Because I'm still amped now. I did one. Well, I actually tried to do 3 videos. I did this one and I did another one. And I was trying to start the other one, but it kept on saying signal loss. Because I guess my vibration went right with it. So I cut it off. And I already did a podcast. So it was like, I was saying I'm going to stay here for another, at least an hour and a half. And then go ahead and start back on my podcast. Because that's how I love doing this. But, or I guess on certain days, it's like when I already got my other stuff done, I'll go ahead and start staying on here like 2 hours or something like that. If it's like on a Friday or Saturday or something like that. But, so I'm trying to get back on the schedule of doing my other stuff. But it was like today ran late because I cleaned my whole house today. So, it's just taking you back to that things I did like an hour and a half of meditation. And I'm still listening to that vibration. That's what got me leveled. And then I had to put a shield up. Cause I don't know, Breezy came through here and she just cowabungled me with all that energy. I'm like, girl, what you got going on? That's why she over here laughing at me because she knew what I was talking about. I'm like, girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere and take a charge, stop, But yeah, there's a lot of different things that's coming up. So you already know that Lionsgate portal. It is like you got to get creative. If you've been urged to start writing down your feelings or the goals, I don't like saying goals, but the stages you want to step into that's going to be very productive for you. They want you to write those down. If you got a strategy on how you're doing it, they want you to write that down too, because there's a lot of creative things that's going on. A lot of us has gotten that shift in, especially if you've been doing a lot of emotional clearing, because now it's like getting in touch with your dark side. There's a lot of times you can't embrace the light without being okay to embrace the dark, because a lot of times we want to live in that light all the time, but you can't live in that light all the time and you ignoring what got you damaged for you to brighten that light that you're trying to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different things. If you still need that healing, they want you to be able to go all through. If they picked you to be that one that you're going to follow through and do a 10 hut and cutting them cords to whatever our daggone family done sent down to us, they want you to know, have confidence in yourself. These are the things, if you're going to be what I told you you're going to be, and you already signed that contract, you ain't getting out of it. You here. That's what you're here for. Because you ain't trying to come back. That punishment, you like, shoot, I died. And next you know, you done came back and doing the whole thing. You don't have the big punishment. You're going to be mad as hell. You know how you see them, some of the babies come out. They be mad like, I know y'all didn't. I just died and y'all brought me back this quick. No. You got to come back and do it again. It's like that. You don't want that kind of punishment. So you have to be able to allow yourself to see where you need that fixing at. See where you need that healing at. Because a lot of things, it's like, it's coming up. And a lot of times you can get aggravated, like, I don't want to think about that. I don't forgave these people, or that person ain't even on my level, or this person ain't even in my life, but it's still bothering me. But they're telling you there are certain parts of you that still needs that healing. And it's okay. It's okay to start back over, because, you know, you may not know what you're going to come back from starting over, because a lot of time I get annoyed with that too. It's like, it's okay to start over. Yeah, to a person that's already high advanced, so you already where you need to be at. I'm here trying to get the heck out of this situation. Y'all keep on making me repeat these damn cycles. I'm tired, you know. But then it's just like, when I go through it, I was like, well, dang, it's like, we told you so. I'm like, look, get out, go. You know, I'm getting out mad, like, get out, go. You know, but these are the things where it's telling you, you know, you're starting to learn more about yourself. You know, there's creative vibrations that's coming in. They want you to be able to write those things. If you have issues with certain things that's taking place in your life, they want you to be able to write it down. Like, why is this still aggravating you? You know, because a lot of times we get frustrated. You know, if there are certain things that you want to come into your life, you know, it's like, girl, yes, indeed. You already know. If you know you want something good into your life and you feel like, why is it not happening? What is it, something that you're not letting go for this to be able to come in? I had to ask myself that question too, because I'd be getting mad as I don't know what, you know, like 38 hot. And I'm like, why is it not coming in? Come on, sis. You know, spirit becoming higher stuff. We're like, come on, sis. We really trying to get you out of it. Come on, come on. What is it that you still mad about? What is it that you still got a wild feather in your butt about? What keep blowing you in your behind that you keep on getting aggravated about? I'm like, nothing. No, this is me. Your other me, your higher me. I already know what it is. Come on, let's work with it. You know, because there's so many beautiful things that's coming in the world. Your ego trying to stay up in here and want to parlay all the time, want to live rent free. Your enemies trying to bring vibrations in because they smell your blessings before you do. You know, devil done sent them already, but God using them to use that as distraction for you to stay focused on what's truly important. Stop bringing the irrelevancy in. Stay focused on what's relevant, what's important. You know, allow yourself to stay focused on that and keep moving forward, because you got so many beautiful things that's coming into your life. You know, so many different things that you, more than you felt like you deserve. Because a lot of times we don't give ourselves that credit. Like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. I don't know. I'll say it in a minute. You can be honest about your weak moments, and that's a big strength to you. Because a lot of people swear up and down something ain't bugging them, knowing good and well it is. You know, and that's a lot of different things. It's like you know you doing it, because it's just like some mornings you can get up and just be at peace. And that's a blessing, especially if you're that type of person who's been through a lot. Because it seems like a lot of people are not just dealing with one or two things. You dealing with stuff coming at you all at a time. And you still a little bit half off because you don't went through a lot of stuff. And you got more stuff that's coming at you. And God's like, you can do it. I'm like, you need to leave me alone. Okay, you got you anything can happen for you. But it's just me. You know, and those are the things you're dealing with. And it's like, it's making you a trooper, you know, and it's just like, what, you know, how they say, you know, that post is like, God, you know, I ain't gonna give you nothing you can handle. He must think I'm a badass. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. And you know, you can do it, you know, and these are the things. It's like when they say we're being made and being into that vibration of being evolutionary, that means you unstoppable. It's like we on that new Armageddon of RoboCop type, you know, what was it, Terminator, when they had them, you know, them AIs or whatever, walking around here looking all crazy and all silvified. Yeah, that's us. You know, we got to do all that. So it's just like, because it is, I know they got me doing another video, which was like a mind blower, because they want you to be, I know I was telling y'all about that last night, because it's like the untold story of the crown of the sacred. You know, you're that ultimate trickster. It's just like, because you see in the world where there's so many people that are damaged and they feel like you can't turn back from that. Yes, you can. It's just all about what are you willing to allow yourself to indulge in, because we can indulge in something negative all day. You know, that's not nothing. But when you allow yourself to come correct and say, you know what, my life has been like crap for the last few years, and I really want something good to happen in my life. And it's it's like 100% badass, and then some, and then some, But it's just like God knows what we can handle. There's certain, the only thing I say that, hey, what's up? What's up? Thanks for stopping through. He knows what we can handle. I'll tell anytime I think that, you need a pause for the cause, you really need to allow stuff to sit in, is when somebody transition. That's anybody. A lot of people grieve differently. The only people that I feel like it ain't gonna care because the ones that don't care, like parlaying if your butt, like, oh yeah, girl, I'm about to get that insurance money. People like that. But it's just like you really facing a lot of stuff, and I feel that in the vibration of when people speak to me. A lot of people that drop comments to me, I can feel it heavy. Sometimes I get in emotions because it'll be a family member that'll come to me and like, hey, can you give that to that person so I can be able to, give him that, give them that confirmation I'm here for them, to let them know this is not going to keep continuing. You may be dealing with a lot of things where you trying to put that positive foot forward. And then the next, all hell breaking loose. And you like, this is not what I deserve, And these are the things, like, I've really been doing a lot, but, I ain't got nothing to show for it. And a lot of times stuff will look like that. And sometimes it'll happen. You know how God will sit up here and test you of when you have nothing. How is your attitude when you have nothing? And then compare, hey, Carl, what is up? Thank you so much for all your support. You have helped me so much. For the first time I listened to the first video I found, Never Stop Doing You, I had to eat my dinner and call it. Hey, I'm glad you were able to come in. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are going through a lot right now. You have your moments where you get frustrated. You have your moments where you want to give up on things. You have your moments where it feels like the enemy is the top tier and you just scraping the bottom of the barrel. And God will always tell you, shoot up that 444 or that 222. It's like, hey, we love you, but have faith and trust in yourself. It's hard at times when you're dealing with a lot of stuff at one time, but then it's just like, when it's all said and done, Antoine said, what's up, Carl? He's like, but this will continue to run till I get out, and I'll be back, but I might take a moment. Yeah, it's all right, because it's like, they know we the badasses to be the badasses, they chose us for that. But they know there's a time where you got to take pause for the cause. That's fine. Just don't quit on yourself, because it's like, there's a lot of things you already know when you get close to something. That's when heavy stuff start popping, because it's just like you right to the very end. It always gets heavier right before that jump of that best is going to pop up in there. And that's why, your enemies start coming back. That's why when your money's starting to get funny, it's just really laughing at you like, ha, you ain't about to pay shit, and it be like that. And you start getting frustration. Your kids start acting up, your family start acting a fool, your house is all in a disarray and all that stuff, because it's just like blessings come, but that's when headaches come right along with it. To kind of slow you down a little bit. The devil don't want you having nothing. The enemies, I'll tell you, the enemies sniff your blessings out before you do. And that's when they be like, hey, what's up? No, hey, what up? Bye. Like, don't come here, and you're really having to get on that, and these are the things you'll start seeing how you were. It's like certain things, and you'll be starting to give, you'll even see how certain things used to trigger you, and it'll come up again, and you're like, oh, that's what that was. And now you're already catching it. And that's what universe wants you to see. Because a lot of times we be stuck in a certain loop for so long, and it gets to that point where you start getting agitated because you don't went in that loop so long. Then you start getting mad with God because God don't send you in all these directions and telling you there's a blessing around this corner, that corner right there. And there ain't been nothing. Nobody answering the door. They treating you like you a bill collector. You Jehovah Witness. Jesus of the Latter-day Saints is coming over here to bring you a Bible, or somebody trying to sell you a vacuum cleaner. And that's how they acting, and that's how they acting. And these are the things that's going on. And it's just like, God, you asked me to do the light work. I did the light work. You asked me to take that person out of my life. I did that. You told me to get off my addictions. I did that too, and all these different things, and stuff still is feeling the same for you, but you just don't know what God has in store for you. That's why he'll put this stuff in, like, okay, when I start, messing with your money and all that stuff, marriage starting to act up, or your relationship with your life partner starting to get in a issue. He wants to see how your attitude gonna go. You gonna still say, God, can you give me the strength to deal with today? I ain't talking about all week, but just through today. I'm just come to you daily. Even when bad stuff going on, I'm be gritting my teeth. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Because I'm just like, I don't know what I'm saying thank you to yet, but I'm gonna give you that grace. You know, and even though I be mad as I don't know what at him, and I still say thank you. Someday I'm like, look, today ain't the day, because you told me if I can't say nothing nice, I ain't gonna say it at all. So I know my vibrations are already telling you we here, but I'm not saying anything. I'm trying to get through this day, and you gonna leave me alone. And it'll be like those type of moments. But then it was just like, you're seeing the parts of yourself, like I was saying earlier. You're moving forward, but a lot of times you feel stagnant because there's some part of resistance in there you're not allowing yourself to acknowledge. You have to be able to allow yourself what is resisting, to the point where there are certain things that's just pissing you off that wouldn't have pissed you off before. Or, what is there that's going on that you're not allowing yourself to do? Are you putting it all in the work you've been manifesting? When you've been working on your manifestation, you can't just say it and not put action behind it. You got to be able to work. You need to be able to put it all in. Because as bad as you want it, God want to give it to you. It's already yours anyway. He's just waiting for you to get into that vibration where he knows when he give it to you, you ain't gonna mess it up. And a lot of times, like, girls such and such don't block me. They didn't block you. It's just the fact that you weren't ready yet. There's a lot of different things you got to know that you can't do. You can't say. Is that you got to take, it's like take on one day at a time. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Because there's times I said, girl, for the whole month, I ain't gonna let nothing bother me. Why do I sit up here and tell a whole daggone lie? Then I have to be able to tell myself, you just take day by day. Because you don't know what's gonna come in. And and even when it's going to, try to take you out your element of peace, like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing to me right now, but can you give me this moment? No problem. You came for us assistance. Because, a lot of times, it's all about free will. The only time they will step in and intervene when they know it's going to be detrimental to your life, or they see somebody trying to take you out. That's when they step in. Because there's a lot of times, even when you mad at God, you got to protect them from what you didn't know that was about to happen to you, that almost happened, that he done saved you from. Because a lot of times something is just a moment in time. Yeah, it is. Because right now you have to understand there's a lot of blessings that's coming in a lot of people's lives, and it's true. It's that preach, Roz. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the truth. There's a lot of things that's coming into your life the devil don't want to see you have. The devil will be the greatest trick he ever pulled to say he don't exist. Your ass, you exist. You pop in real quick, a whole bunch of drama, and just like, no, God did all that. No, and a whole lot of things. He trying to stay busy. I'm trying to make sure I don't give him nothing to do. I'm just really like, oh, you ain't got nothing to do here. I closed my door. I got it. Thank you, though. Deuces. you know and it's just you showing, because it's just like so many good things is coming into your life, and I feel it for a lot of people. And then you'll know when coming, because it just seemed like people that you were supporting, people that you've been there for, all of a sudden they start showing true colors. You have to understand, how the elders be telling you, your darkest moments show you the true intentions of a lot of things you may not be ready to see, but you got to be ready to be seeing it. Because when God wants something good for you, he gonna expose everybody he already know that's gonna mess you up. A lot of times he puts you in that moment of darkness to see who gonna sit there with you and support you during the moments like you were there to support them. Are you gonna get that same energy you were force feeding other people, even when you didn't want to be? Like, girl, I gotta go over here and talk to old girl. She done lost her last mind. The boy done left her. He done sit up here and ran up a bill and got a couple of cards in her name. I gotta go over there and help her. And then when you finally get her back on her feet, and you just getting stressed out because it ain't even about as bad as hers, and she ain't have, girl, oh, he done came back, girl, he done apologized to me, and I just helped you all through this, and you done brought this mother sucker back. Okay. And then all of a sudden you start seeing All these different things is going on in your life with people that you've been there for. Person you would have let sit on your couch when they couldn't go home, or there was stuff just popping off and they just didn't want to handle that. Person you may have lent money to get them back and forth to work, or get them a couple of groceries in that thing, and then when that time comes, when that was you that's going through it, all of a sudden you got crickets. Things don't went straight tone deaf on you. They see you calling, they just not answering the phone. Then they're showing you, and then all of a sudden you're like, I've been here for these people, I supported them. Now all of a sudden they want to take my kindness for weakness, and you start getting a chip on your shoulder. And God, you be asking God, why you send these people to me? What's up? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. What's up? It's like, God, he's like, thank God I'm here. And the time to hear you again, my dear sister, is good. Yeah, but you're going through all these different things, and you're starting to see the true intent for a lot of people during your worstest moment. And a lot of times it's the most messed up, because that's your worst moment when you really needed them to be here. You were there through their darkest moment. And a lot of times I've had friends that is just like, nobody's in my life no more. Nobody loves me. This and that. I'm already telling them, girl, you just went through a spiritual awakening. They didn't turn their back on you. God turned your back on them. You were that blessing for them. You already graced your beautiful presence with that person. Now it's time for you to do some big things over here. Wow, they're over there. They don't need to be over in your life no more. They don't serve the purpose. You don't serve the purpose. I'm about to take you somewhere, and they cannot go. So you're going to go through a lot of different things where you're going to start having a lot of hateful vibes. But then it's going to show you, don't be hated. Don't be mad. Because, if you put a best foot forward and you were being positive to help somebody, and that's how they showed you, that was more of a gain than a loss. Because if I'm about to bless you with something, and I love when Trish Selton says this, and that's true. When all you have is friendship to offer, will you be there? I'll wait. You're going to wait and see. You will notice when you only have friendship to offer somebody, that's it. You don't see how many people, you can have like about 20, 30 people in your life. And then when all of a sudden, when you had no money, you didn't have no time to come over here and help that person, or you couldn't drive them somewhere, or you couldn't spot them that money they need, see if they're still going to be there for you. And that you could be going through that worst. Yeah, rejection is spiritual protection. It is. God, he was saving your behind. That's what he was doing. And that's exactly what he was doing. I'll tell people I'm not religious, but I'm heavy on my spiritual. What I've gone through, I will project and reflect on other people to do the same. Because a lot of times you go through, when you have one fall, it comes down at you at all. It falls down at all corners, and I went through that. I went through a lot of different things. And when I went through my one situation, I lost a parent that I never knew. He was in my life the whole time, and I didn't know it. That was the most tragic feeling I've ever had. And then on top of that, it was just like finding out all about all these different things. At one time, I had no one. When I say everybody walked out my life, people that I went to school with, I grew up with, all those different things. Yes, remember, it was like Little Phoenix from the other day. Yep. It's like we are all emailing blessed. It's like each other now. That is good. That's really good. And all these different things, and it's a blessing where that's why I love doing my chats. We all can be here. We can learn off of each other. It's in that beautiful vibe, because it's like we all supposed to stick together. We making the world change within a huge change, and we can't just do that with one person. They asking for a whole daggone miracle, and we trying to work with ourselves first, because this is already a doozy. But you seeing a lot of things and a lot of truth you trying to digest is choking the heck out of you. But this is going to be that blessing within your disaster. People setting you up, people that you were there for, is setting you up for failure. Because they seen that good person in you, and they try to ridicule it to all that point. But you already protected, because they took them out your life. They wanted you to see. A lot of times you're trying to see why your blessings ain't came in. You trying to do stuff with your life, and all of a sudden, the friends you had turn out to be enemies the whole time. And I tell anybody, a friendship that turned into an enemy was the enemy since day one. You just didn't see it. It wasn't time for you to see it. You had to go through that element of experience of a surprise. They're going to go, uh-oh. You got to really go through that. And that's why I say, I don't think all my people I deal with is virtual. I'm good. That physical, you gonna have me go back to my old ways. I ain't got time for all that. I'm in a good, pleasant spot. I had one person, I just had to cut them off because it was like just something, how you just throw a bone just to see if they're gonna catch you, just to see, and just put that out there just to see how they were gonna handle it. And it was like, oh, you didn't even care. It's all about what you want. Okay, snip. I cut that daggone umbilical cord, like old girl say, Christina Randall. It ain't no umbilical cord, as she says. But I cut it, and that made me feel real bad because I was there for them when they really needed it. But you took advantage of that. You felt like I had to be there every day. No, I'm neglecting my own stuff, and I ain't doing that for nobody. The only time I'm doing that for the man I love, my soulmate, if I need to take a pause for the cause, then I'm going to do that. But other than that, no. But a lot of times right now, you being revealed a lot of truth right now. It's telling you to nurture yourself. You being put in situations where it's telling you to honor yourself. Make the choices best for you. You do something because you're doing it from the kindness of your heart, not because you feel like you're obligated. You're not obligated to do a damn thing. Only thing you obligated to do is wake up, go to sleep. Do what you need to do, be by yourself. All these different things. You really going through it. It's like exactly what happened to me. You have to. And that stuff get real. It gets real because when you go through your dark moments, a whole lot of truth gonna come out, and that ain't gonna be. You have to be able to buckle your seatbelt and have all emergency exits on lock because you're going to show a whole bunch of stuff that you may not be ready for. And there's a lot of people that's going through that because it's just like there's so, and it's just a lot of us. And sometimes we get mad. It's like I was being that supportive person towards that person, and this is how you do me. And I was like, my homeboy Big Sex, he said it the other day. You can't fault that person. You put that person on a higher expectation that they can do. Okay. You got to understand they didn't have no loyalty raised up in the family. They didn't have no genuine friend. They didn't have no genuine family. They didn't have none of that. So you can't expect somebody to pull a rabbit out there behind and treat you like something when they ain't used to getting treated in that way you were treating them. You can't. Everyone is either a blessing or a lesson. They still a blessing because you're learning something from it, whether it was good or bad. It's all the same because you're learning something. You're learning either to let you know stop with that person or let that person know, hey, that's my ride or die. That person was there with me when I had nothing, had no kind of hidden intentions, no motives or nothing. I'm very selective about that. Very selective. Because if I know I put you out my life for a reason, you can come back. But I ain't letting you stay there. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I'm not talking about floor 5 because me and you've been dealing for like 2 or 3 years. We all had our thing where you branch off, and that's fine because, we all learn. We all got things we dealing with. I don't take that personal. But if you start showing some shifty vibrations where I know good and well, I can't have you back in my life. You can say, hey, all you want to, and you could have something really going on. That means you trying to bring that vibration to me. Everything was fine. You didn't want to be bothered. Keep that same energy, okay? Keep that same energy. I ain't gonna take it personal, but that let me know I've dealt with a lot of people when I finally helped them get to where they go. They didn't want to be bothered with me no more. It was just too much. Oh, okay. You mad? I ain't mad. If you have a blessed one, we can disconnect and go on about business. Now all of a sudden you need a favor from me. No, boo-boo, use that same energy you brought with me when you didn't want to be bothered. Okay, no problem. Have a blessed one. There go your energy. I'm sending your family to you. Go ahead. I'm good. And you being like that because now it's time to honor yourself. Don't bring something back. You are not a clock. Don't fall back. You keep springing forward. There ain't no fall back on nothing, and you're going to have to be able to do that. A lot of different things. It's like self-care is crucial. You do. Self-care is when you're not answering that phone. Don't sit up here and occupy yourself when you need to stay focused on what you need to focus on. Because a lot of times, and that was my situation with this last situation, I didn't want to deal with the stuff that I really needed to be acknowledging. And because it was too much and too heavy. So I wanted to occupy my time doing that. And that ended up being, a situation that I know I went through, and I'm grateful I went through it. But then you can see, where your choices can lead you to. Because if I'm telling you, that's just the universe telling you, I need you to work on this wound right here. And I know it's something that really hit deep with you and it may cause you want to, bail money and all that other junk. But I need you to get with this so we can part ways and be done with it. This is something that has been lingering too long and you need to be attentive about it. You need to access that. We need you to work with that. But then you go over here with Bobby and them, they want to go over here. Oh, that person need my help. Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead and help them. When you come back, I want you to come back and fix doing this. Oh, okay. I'll come back. I'm so tired. I'll deal with that later. Okay. All right. Go back on over there again. Because they need Bobby and them need you again. Now you can come back. You neglected yourself one more time for a person. And then and Bobby and them can have a whole bunch of help over there, but that help ain't helping Bobby. You helping Bobby. And you going all over there. And then next, stuff pop off where you getting to that point where you tired. You feeling obligated. You got to do something because you being something nice in somebody's heart. Somebody thinking you're going to be there each and every day, cutting off your stuff. Hey, Room. Hello. How are you doing? I hope I pronounced your name right. But yeah, you're going through all that. And then the next thing you see that person was just using you because they seen you were that person. I'll tell people a lot of times. Some people think empath stands for idiot. Because the fact is you see the good in a lot of people and they want to play you like, really lump like you Bobo the fool, But these are the things you're going through where a lot of revealing is getting uncovered to where you need to honor yourself. You need to be okay with saying no sometimes. You need to be okay by not answering the phone. Because it's like them distractions will come in, especially when it's that time for you to self-reflect. And that self-reflect is not easy to do, because you're dealing with a lot of different things that really done triggered you, done got you. The main thing, it could have been no situation that got you on that spiritual awakening in the first place, and those things are not easy to deal with. It's not easy to digest, but these are the things where it's telling you focus on you. You can light work all day, but these are the times when we tell you to take a break because I need you to pay attention to you right now. We trying to help you out. They can wait, because they ain't got, we try to work with them. They ain't trying to work with them. They trying to bring their damage over here, and a lot of things is being revealed to you where you seeing where you are being used. And a lot of times when you cut stuff off, universe will take you down memory lane where it will show you certain red flags that you just totally overlooked. You neglected your intuitive, you neglected your intuition, and you kept going blind leading the blind when you are not allowing yourself to see. But then they're telling you don't feel shameful because that was something that had to be connected and you getting done with it and you left it off. And now that situation has come to a close. Now you ain't got to worry about repeating that cycle with that person again. Because there's a lot of people that are coming into your life, and they may be feeling like, this person, I can see me being best friends with this person, and being like that because y'all got so many different things in common. But that person just came in because they reflecting something. You may be doing it up subconsciously because a lot of times when we're dealing with a lot of toxic wounds and we want to be able to talk to somebody that can relate to that, when it's just showing you this is what it don't need to be talked about no more. If you're healing, you can't keep bringing up that vibration of your life because you're embodying that back over again. It's like my mom and my brother in real life are both real challenges for me right now. And I won't just cut them off. All I can do is just be open to God and allow me to respond correctly. You know what? I'm going to tell you about this situation. Let me see. It's like the first time I've ever watched a live stream. I'm certain. It's like, I'm certain I was brought to you. Oh, I'm glad. A lot of times people say that. And, if it's meant for you to hear it at time, you being led to do that. Because it's like lately I'll be feeling like I'm in church. People like, girl, you preaching. I'm not trying to preach. But it's just a lot of things that so many people can relate to. And as for yours, Timberwolf, you know what, I'm going to say this, and this is your choice on how to do it, because I know a lot of times we have toxic family members. And a lot of times we feel like we're obligated to have to stay in that equation of being connected because that's family. And that's not true. If it's a situation where I say, okay, what you're projecting onto me, and I keep repeating myself like this is very toxic, and you keep at it, because I don't talk to biological family or adopted family. It's just me. I don't even talk to my kids because of my situation, because of my biological family. I have no one, zero. Okay, none. And that's the hardest thing I have to do, but I have to be honoring myself. And a lot of people come to me and they're like, Roslynn, my family is toxic AF. You have to understand, you have to be able to cut off family, brother, sister, mom, that whatever, because if it comes to that point where you're telling your family, these things are very toxic that you keep bringing me in. Every time I come around you, I feel drained. I feel like I have to walk on eggshells. I can't be honest about how I feel about certain things because you want to make it seem like I'm, making you feel bad or something like that. When it gets to that point where it's disturbing your peace, you need to cut people off, period. And a lot of people ask me about that, and I say, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. And it's just like, I'm not telling somebody this because that's what I'm going through. But you have to look at your life on what is it doing to you when you talk to your family. After if y'all live in the same place, do you have to keep yourself isolated? Do you feel like every time you have a conversation with them, it's always an argument or something negative, or even their vibrations, it feels suffocating? When it comes to the point where it's disrupting you, that's where it's showing you need to honor yourself. And until you honor yourself, it's going to get a lot worse. And you have to see, because a lot of time family will do that where they don't feel like, oh, that's family. I can do that if I want to. They're not going to leave me. I can say this all the time and they're not going to leave me. I can treat them any kind of way and they'll still be there. But they don't feel like that word choice don't exist with you. You have to have that vibration, and you have to do what's best for you. You have to make that choice for you. And I'm not saying this is your situation. I'm telling you what my situation was. My family, I was that one, I forgot what they call that, where you praise the other children, but you point that other one out and make that one feel like crap. And that's what I went through. It was like me, I was the black sheep, but shit, I'm going to turn into the goat anyway. Because there's always a black sheep that turns into something better than what they predicted. But you have to do what's honoring to yourself. I'm not saying that is your point, but that is. You have to be able to, if you know your family is narcissistic, and a lot of times that happens, but people will feel like just because your family, and it's like, I do relate to what you say. And that's where you have to come into that power play of what is honoring you. Because a lot of times when you're put in situations like that, is that, are you going to come complacent with this situation, allow them to leave you as your doormat? Or you are their narcissistic punching bag? Are you going to allow them to do that? We are the ones that set in those type of families to change that. Because you have a choice. You really got a powerful choice. If this is this going to be an investment with me, or is this going to take me back 10 times fold? I'm going to leave your ass. I don't care. Family, no family. I know my biological family. I know some won't talk to me and some don't try to trigger me. It's okay. I can love you from a distance. The family don't show their whole behind with me, and it showed me they were a part of the major play of what I'm going through right now. I appreciate you because you don't help me find a real person in me. I almost caught a case for that. But then it was just like, God's like, no, your purpose ain't got nothing to do with that. But you're going to be that person that's going to be a reflective component for a lot of people that's going through that same kind of problem with toxic family members, narcissistic family members. Because a lot of times they feel like you are not going nowhere. You have a choice. Only time I feel like you ain't got a choice is if you're a child. And then that's sad when a child got to go through something like that. That empaths can get that toxicity and never again. Yeah. And you are prone to get it. You are a magnet for it. And it's like you do. And and a lot of times that's hard for a person to digest. And I tell anybody anytime, I'm not saying something to make you question your worth. I'm not telling you something that's trying to hurt. But a lot of time that truth is hard to digest. And a lot of times it's hard. People are like, Roslynn, what do you do? And I had people stop talking to me for that. And I love that. It's like I can love them too. But you can love people from a distance. You can stay in touch. You can stay in touch, but out of reach. And a lot of times you got to be able to do that. You have to be able to maintain your peace. It's you. If somebody want to be in conflict with their self. I was that person where I was just a cleanup woman. I was like living and breathing Cinderella, okay, in my life. But when I can look at it now, that was the biggest blessing of a tragedy I've ever had, because it got me where I am right now. It allows me to know you can't touch me. You can't touch me. You ain't bold enough to. Even though it hurt the hell out of me for what they did to me, it traumatized me. It left me in a very hurt place because I lost a lot, but I gained so much, And these are the things where I can sit where I'm at right now. Sometimes I cry, I ain't gonna lie. It hurts like hell when you have lived and breathed around people you have respected, you have loved, but they just didn't love you. A lot of times they ain't come into your life to be what they're presented to be. They're helping you acknowledge what you forgot. And that's what they were here. My family, that's not my family. That was a projection to remind me who the hell I am. I woke up. I was asleep. I had to wake up and stop sleeping on my own self. And that's what you're directed to do. You're making that choice to honor yourself. You're in a situations where people will play you like a damn fiddle because they know you got that kind heart. You easy manipulate, to pull you a little sob story or something like that, and then laugh at you right in your face when they think they triggered you and not realize, don't feel bad for what you did because they done lost somebody good in their life, and it'll probably be a good minute before they have it again. Because a lot of times you brought in somebody's life as a blessing, and somebody jealous spirit done just blocked the whole damn blessing they had coming because they want to mess with you in a wrong way. Or family will sit up here and mess with you because they already hate themselves, so they want to trigger somebody else that they see the strength in because they are living weakness. Okay? And that's where you have to make those decisions. Family will make you feel like you are obligated to stay there and take it. No, the hell you're not. If you're an illegal adult, I don't have to deal with you. I got family who will call me on certain time because they want to be a step ahead of me. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Because especially the worst thing you can do to somebody, and what made it so funny, the things they taught me, I used against them. It's like I recall my own dark night of the soul, baby. They'll keep on going to until you heal. And it's like 3 weeks. I cut off all contact with everybody. I didn't come out better. I did come out better. You will. Because a lot of times when you vibe by yourself, you learn so much. If you've been with me for a while, you notice I'll take a break and all of a sudden I got a whole new epiphany. Like, ooh, I'm going to share. Because that, if it made me feel good in the best kind of way, when I know I'm feeling low, I done been to the point where I done cried so much my eyes done swelled shut. Then I'm crying again because I looked so damn ugly after I done cried so much. And then when I got to that point where I'm crying now because I'm grateful for that hurt. I'm grateful for that pain because it showed me something in myself I need to acknowledge. It showed me something where I needed to heal, what I needed to cut off. All these different things are showing you. And a lot of times you have to understand that your best blessings comes when you traumatized. A lot of people say, what? Yes, the best thing is because it rips you apart. Yeah, it's good to have a positive situation that brings you enlightenment of a blessing, but it hits deeper when it took you somewhere and you had to bring your own self back up. It's like you have personally shown me that in the way that when something vibes, ask questions to the vibe, that you are so impressed with their ability. You have the balls to do it. Yeah, show the world with the confidence it is. And it's like my cat likes your voice. Oh, thank you. I got my own 2 fur babies. It's like when I first started. My empath cat was in here. It was like, even I don't think Breezy is here, but when she was here, it was like her vibration had her bouncing off the wall, and she usually ain't antsy like that, but she had to get up out of the room. But yeah, this is how I usually do. I've started recently. I think this is probably about 2 months. I've been doing back chats, and it's very therapeutic for me. Is very a positive outlet. That's why I love doing it. Because usually, it was like I was doing before. If you've been with me for a long time, I was doing before, but it was like a whole lot of racist comments that's coming up, and I stopped doing it. But I said, you know what? That was the devil. Because it's like when you doing something, it's not just affecting you in a positive way for yourself, but it's helping other people too, to reassess with their lives about what they're going through. A troll will come up in here and try to block everybody's blessing because they want to be over here projecting. But now I'm like, I'll just block your ass and keep going. I'm speaking some real stuff where people actually want to listen, and these are the things that are happening with you. You making boss moves about yourself. And, a lot of times we feel like I can't do it. I can't, because it's just a lot of times that you have gone through something. You've gone through it so long. It gets aggravating. You like, look, God told me to keep doing this and I'm tired. maybe go back to my East Coast accent. I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with all that, you know? And it's like, it's true. You know, Carl, me and you don't have questions. I'm like, this ain't today. You ain't quitting today. Get back up. You know, I'll tell you real quick. No, you can't. And it's like not necessary religious beliefs. It's like message of Jesus is trying to explain in his time. It's like history is doomed to repeat itself. It is. And you will never learn from it. You won't. Until you allow yourself to heal from it, it's going to keep happening. The more it keep happening, the worse it's going to get. The worse it's going to get, you know, and whoever is doing certain things to you. And because a lot of times it took me a minute to get my ass off my own shoulders, as my mom used to say, because I was pissed. I wanted everybody to know what my family did to me. But now it's like, you know what? Thank you. You know, because everything you taught me, I learned how to use it. When I know, I know what you did. And I know that truth, and that truth can really hurt you in so many different ways. And I be calm about it. That's more scary than a person popping off at the mouth, telling them not to do anything. Because that lets you know you still affected by what they did. And something like that, what affected me, it hit deep. You know, it really hit deep and violated, like in any kind of way you can violate a person, especially when it comes to a child. You know, that's messed up. You know, and it's like sis, your skin is brown, but your soul is pure energy. I see the same in myself. Yeah, it's just I don't look in color and stuff like that. I just see a soul to a soul. You know, we all here. We all brothers and sisters. You know, we just rekindling, you know, in the physical sense, but we known each other for years, millennials, and all those other things. We got to cut out all the people. Yeah, that mean you harm anybody. Yeah, to raise is like your own. Because a lot of times it's like so many people come to me and like, Roslynn, you know, I have issues with my parents. Or, you know, every time I try to tell my parents about my true feelings, you know, they laugh at me, or they saying I'm being too sensitive, or, you know, and they try to play a victim role to try to make me feel guilty. You have to get to that point. You gotta love you more than they don't love themselves. Because a lot of time when people pushing stuff like that on you, they jealous about the you done took so much stuff and you still there. You still, you know, you still grinding, you still moving. And it's a lot of times, because it was like with me, I always wonder, why do y'all always talk down to me? Why do y'all always talk bad to me in front of my kids? Why y'all keep doing that? And then it's just like, when people are jealous of the things that you is out of your control, they ain't got nothing to do with you, even though they projecting it on you. It's more about them, more things they don't want to address by themselves. And it's like when you get woke up, you'll start seeing a lot of wounds, people feeding egos. They got to put one down to build another one back up. And you've been the strongest link to the weakest link. You know, and there's no disrespect towards family members, but a lot of the ones that cackle like that and stuff, like I got the ones that be like bold but can't fight, worth nothing. You know, and I'm that one that like I'll stand my ground. I'm like Ophelia. I'm like all my life I had to fight. You know, I'm like I'll kill him dead if you push on me. But I was that type of person. But the main one that kept up the drama be like a little chihuahua, ain't got nothing going on, and that's the weakest person. And a lot of times the weakest person will come against the strongest one and project their doubts on that person because they see that fight in you. And that's why you were picked to be in that situation. And now these are the times where you have to do things that's going to take you to that next level, or you're going to fall back with the rest of them and continue to go into the same mess that you were getting through before your awakening. And those are the choices you're making right now. You have to honor yourself. You're doing things from the kindness of your heart. Don't do things because you feel like, oh, they did this for me, so I got to do that for them. Now, everybody got the same heart and the mindset you do. You know, a lot of times we get mad, like, I would have never did that person like that. You're right. You probably wouldn't, but you can't guarantee that next person is going to come in and do that to you. You go ahead. Don't even take away that blessing. Don't say that you wish you ain't ever met that person or wish you didn't do that, because you're getting blessed out of that situation. You know? Because a lot of times, you know, like I said before, we place people on a pedestal or a vibration that they can't accommodate to. They can't be up there if they ain't never been up there, you know. And those are the things you said, which is we empaths that there's something missing. God gave us that light worker to change the corrupt. Yeah, you see a lot of different things. Now money can't change. You know, money changes things. No, it don't. Because they're getting outed too. You know, you see a lot of different things that be exchanging hands and stuff like that, where people try to be, you know, as secretive, you know, all that junk. Now I only take that one person is doing right and all that mess come out. Everything being revealed. We may not just like everything that we're seeing, but they're showing you how they really truly feel. You be a person of color. You can't even sit in the park doing your homework without somebody coming up and acting stupid. What is there, Karen or a Kevin? They want to sit up here and pop off with you. Want to play victim and get you locked up and stuff like that. People are really showing you how they feel. Audacity is all-time high. People getting big gahonas right now, showing you how they really feel about you. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. But it's just how much people had control over disrupting people's lives. Is that we have to do the shadow work. Yeah. And this awakening to raise the higher dimension is. And it's being raised. That's why you think there's so much evil coming out in the world, because they want to stay that way. People that that's okay with being oppressed, try to put the wakers to sleep. They don't want that to happen. We are those game changers that's coming in. We are forming into a dimension of evolution. That stuff ain't been made yet. That's what some, minds and all that stuff we're talking about. That is, I have to go, but thank you for wonderfully uplifting talk. I hope to catch you again. Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, I usually do them like every other day, or I try to do them every day. But yeah, it'll be welcome for you to stop by. But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's just like a lot of different things are changing in the world. A lot of things is being seen. Some is hard to digest that's taking place in the world. You're learning more about yourself every day. The closer you get, the more things you'll start remembering that you forgot. If you start noticing like certain things in your past life, it's just like a lot of your parallel entities is merging together, as well as your past lives, and more, because we making big changes in the world. We need all them enforcements. Whatever you didn't finish from the last era and the last era, they come and help you complete this one, because this is not something that's easy. If we were in our spiritual selves, yeah, you'd be seeing all type of crazy stuff. We've been able to do all that, but since you're in this human vibration, they got to do that mess in monetary, like monetary or frequently. It got to come every once in a while. You can't take place, because you'll notice those huge changes, and you even have shifted time zone, not time zone, but manipulating time and all that stuff. Because I appreciate the shout out, and I have to do the only thing we can do is just pray. Yeah, for all. It's like anyone, direct love, family, or a random friend, random person to meet somewhere, random. Yeah, and be thankful. I do, because I noticed the change in me, because even a person. Is that for all you to got that experience? Yeah, because there's a lot of people that did me dirty, and would it really make me mad when they know I'm already going through stuff, and you want to add on to that person. And it's like, I don't even wish no bad on you. I'm gonna just disconnect from you, but I'm gonna pray for your healing, because obviously you need more prayer for me. Prayer for you than do for me, because I'm actually facing mine. It's not easy. But I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Is that we are all pillars under the bridge of light. Yeah. It says the waters that flow around us is trying to knock us down, but we use the light above us to stand strong. It is, because you're getting strengthened from the battles you constantly face. When you allow yourself, even when the moments you want to give up, there are certain things you be mad as hell when you wake up in the morning. You still probably had the same chip on your shoulder you did when you went to sleep. But then you end up getting mad, but you end up pushing through anyway. Because it still has to be done. You can get mad all you want to, but you only hurting yourself. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't hurting God. God already where he need to be at. He ain't got to be here. He's just working his wonders through the people that he sent here. Even through the bad ones, he working his wonders through that. And these are the ones that's like, these are the things that's been written. These are the things that's been placed together. These are the things that took that big shift, for in all the different cultures and, race and nationalities and ethnic groups and all that stuff had to go through a big change. Because it's like, you see all the stuff that's breaking loose. It's like hell on earth right now. I was telling a friend the other day, it's like, life and death is like a circle of life. We all do that, but then it's just like, if you haven't noticed the last year or two, the vibration is just different with a lot of people that's passing away right now. And it's just like, it's just like, the people that listen to, the legends of rap, Shock G, he was out for years, 90s and stuff like that. I'm a 70s baby, so I listened to Shock G and Digital Underground. Then it was Black Rob, and then it was DMX on top of that, and it was just like, I hate April, because there's so many different people done passed away in April at that time. And it's just like, all of them died within a 2-week period at one time. And I'm like, dang, in 1 month is all happening like that, and I just shut down for a few days. I said I got tired of this stuff. It was like people dying, but it's like, 1044 is, popping up, and then now it's just like they're getting suited up and, getting ready to get started. And I try not to get on that because I got to put that in another content. But it's like a lot of things is getting set, and it's like, notice like there's some days that hit you heavy like a tidal wave. It try to knock you out, take you all out of existence, but you get back up. It may be a day that you may be mad, but then when you come back and you allow yourself to chill, and then next, you start seeing the insight on that conflict that you had a couple of days ago, and it's showing you. This is why I had to show you. A lot of times we get mad because we didn't get our blessings when we thought we were going to get it. But a lot of times God got to show you, like, you still hang around with people that you don't even need to be dealing with, or you entertaining that damaged energy that's messing up your flow of your blessings is coming in. It's like even people that you argue with is blocking your blessings. They know that. The person you arguing with, they know that. That's why they keep on carrying on with you, or they keep on trying to trigger you when that trigger ain't even there. They're trying to take you back to the old you. You have to make that decision. I'm not going to go forward towards nothing, talk to nothing, entertain anything that's going to take me back to something I done left out already. You have to make an executive decision. Stop doing that per boy. Stop doing mailman decisions when you up here in the CEO. Those folks that got that, that mailman vibration. You up here in the CEO, you owning the whole company. You know what I'm saying? And there'll be that one vibration that they see you up here and they trying to get you right back down to where you are. You have to be careful in the directions you're trying to go into. Because right now you at the brick, and you at that vibration where you at that cliff. And you about to get pushed, and it's like you about to fly. Devil know you about to fly. That's why they're going to kind of convince you that, you hear that voice in your head, you know how it is, set up here and told you to give up this, and that. You see where you still at, right? The ego and devil be all playing into one, be trying to sit up here and put that little chump talk in your head the way it makes you feel like you're going to still be going through this the next year. It'll make, he done got you all amped up and mad. Just as like, see that weakness is still there. Where it's showing you, okay, well, this is okay, but this is something you're going to have to get in check too. It's like, yep, solid. We are just about to enter that next chapter. No, we already in that next chapter, actually. We are. Because the vibration is a lot different. You get more creativity. You're getting more ideas. You're starting to get a lot more those totems. That's, it's like the wrecking crew. Yeah, we wrecking the heck out of them, and you're starting to see a lot more things that you may have entertained before. And then you're like, nah, this is wasting my energy. I got more productive things to do, and whatever you didn't start that day, like right now, because I said, I'm going to do me another podcast, but I'm tired. I'm going to do that. But it's just like, I'm going to go ahead and charge myself up. But, next day, I got on top of it, but when you're allowing yourself to see what you maintain it, you being productive, you're doing things that's positive, and you going all in, you ain't half-assed for nothing, and you keep going in. Universe is seeing that, God is peeping that. And then when he sees that you maintaining, you being very selective, because right now you being extra sensitive, and that's a good thing for you being extra sensitive, because you'll feel different vibrations where oh no, I can't. It's gonna be one of them type of vibrations like, no. It's like if you ever seen that preview of Candyman, the new one that gonna come out, an old girl from what was her name, Ruthie Jean McCoy, or whatever her name is. She done came up here. Like, don't say that. And you doing that right now. You already seen it. My aura just changed that quick when I did that. You seen a lot of different things that you getting a whole new different angle for. Like, you couldn't be able to do it before because you probably still had a lot of different vibrations you were still wrestling with. But now you done knock one down and you coming down off another one. You starting to get that clarity. Because a lot of times we'll feel like, I don't got that clarity. I'll keep asking for these signs and I'm not getting it. And they'll tell you, just be fluid. Let it flow to you. You focusing on, on getting that answer when the answer is already right there, but you still too focused, when you trying to force something and they're telling you to just let it fly, just let it, trust the process on what it's going to. And then when you start doing that, you'll start seeing a lot of things that's just been waiting for you to acknowledge it. And you're like, dang, that's what that was saying. Yeah, well, we were just waiting for you. It's always going to be there. It's going to be there until you allow yourself to do it. If not, there's going to be one of the vibrations that you're going to miss on. But these are a lot of different things. They're telling you, keep up the good work. They commend you. But if there are certain things that you slacking on and you slacking on, you can go ahead and, give an excuse to anybody around here all day. But it's only you. This is towards you, your benefit. Because a lot of people ain't gonna care. Because especially if they don't want to see you go there, they're gonna really encourage you. You're gonna take a break. It's all right. Because they don't want to see that. They don't want to see something good happening to you. But if you have a real friend, a real one that won't call you out on your BS, like, why you keep slacking? Now you just told me you're getting tired of this, and that happening to you. But are you putting in the work to make sure that change? Well, no, I've been tired. You can sleep later. You need to get, like, with me, I ain't got no job. I can sit up here and do what I need to do. I be talking about I'm tired. And there's a lot of reason for me to be tired. But it's just like, look, when you tired of dealing with a lot of stuff, you tired of looking at certain entities, you tired of dealing with them different demons that you don't need to be dealing with, you want to start getting serious about what you need to do for yourself. You want to start being very selective about what you talk about with other people. When you going to start moving in silence and being productive and build on that and let your success talk for you. You'll start seeing different things where you had a oops, and you're learning from that. These are the things you powering up from. These are the things you're learning from. A lot of times they tell you to take a break because you may need to take a break for a day because maybe you've been doing a lot and you need to go ahead and regain back. You need to fall back for a minute. And when you come back, all of a sudden, all this new epiphany coming out, all these different things you may have been struggling with for years. And you got that one little simple, that one little simple equation that just told you about something that you should learn a long time ago, but you weren't ready to receive that then. Just like when you're ready for your blessings, you may not have been ready to receive it because it's like you got some good stuff coming in. But God gonna make you sure you all straight across the board before he give it to you, because this is gonna be something that is gonna be able to add on to and you can keep carrying on. And it's gonna keep getting better for you if you keep manifesting. Don't get stuck. Because you see a lot of people, around here that's doing big things. These celebrities and stuff, they don't get maintained by just doing one thing. I see one girl, I forgot, I used to see her on Love and Hip Hop a lot. And I mean, that girl, when I see her, she's something that can inspire you to do a lot. She was rapping and stuff like that. Now homegirl got her own cooking wear, cookbook. She got her own waist trainer, seasonings. And now she got this thing with a crock pot where you can Bluetooth it to your phone, or you can get it pinned up into the house. So if you got to turn it off and you ain't home, you get all that. I started laughing because I'm like, God, dog. This girl trying to make her way, she ain't stopping. And that's how a lot of people want to be. It's like if you already where you want to be and you sitting comfortable, especially in a situation where the economy is really messed up right now. Financial is struggling for a lot of people. And you trying to add on and manifest. You ain't stopping just right here. You want to be able to bring something else in so you don't never have to, if you want to take a break, you sitting good. And that's how God wants us to be able to do. Yeah, you get tired of it. Because you get tired of being frustrated. But then a lot of time, that frustration is going to make you want to make that executive decision. You can be tired all day, but you want to put in that work so you don't have to be tired no more. You get tired of a lot of things that's going on, but are you making the moves so you don't have to keep going through that? Because a lot of things is not, everything you're going through is only temporary. You're going through some hard times right now. This is preparing you for those big times. And a lot of things, they had to reveal a lot of different things you weren't ready to deal with before. Sometimes God will let you go through all these experiences so you can, you go through a certain situation where you feel like these are the situation I put you in because you are lacking something. So I need that lack to be a gain for you. If you were that type of person that had a low self-esteem, you didn't love yourself, you were toxic not to yourself but other people, they're gonna put you in certain situations. Yeah, it's like ignorance and stupidity. Yeah, I mean, but it's just they don't want you to look at it and have like a negative narrative towards that if it's something you're talking about with yourself. But everything is a lesson to learn. Because a lot of times, like, how can I be so stupid? How can I be naive? You were just working with what you have. Because if you don't want to place that narrative, because I used to do that. I'm like, why are you being so stupid? Why you're not stupid? You weren't awoke. You only use what you have. You can't force something to be something that you ain't never experienced before. Some people can do that. Some people can't, but it's up to you to make that big change for yourself. Either you're going to fall back and feel sorry for yourself, see yourself as a victim, or you're going to use that situation and say, enough is enough. I want more out of my life, so I got to be making better choices. I got to be able to do bigger things. I need to be able to go. Even when you get tired, there's sometimes you got to keep on going that extra mile. If you know you want something in your life that you ain't never had, you got to make them big power moves you ain't did before. There's a lot of things you got to sacrifice. There's a lot of things you got to own up to and see what part of the play is you do the part of the suffering, or are you allowing yourself to heal on that? Are you recognizing that? Be accountable for that. Be responsible for that. It's like I see people every day shamelessly abuse their right to be stupid. Oh Lord, it's like common sense ain't that common with some folks. It's like if we can't be their lesson, it's like then they have to be their own lesson. They do. You do. You are your own lesson in the things you experience. Is you meet people, you go through certain situations. A lot of times, like if empaths got a bad habit of gravitating towards toxic people. Yeah, there are certain people we done dated, you don't have relations with, or we done hung with. They end up being an ace boon coon type situation. And then you're like, and then when you woke, you start seeing things for what they are. Like, I was hanging around with this. I actually fell in love with that, and I've been there. And that was the lack of love that I had for myself. Because a lot of times when you just showing somebody, people used to ask me, what you want in a relationship? I don't know. And, that was open game. I can treat you like anything you want to because you ain't expecting nothing. Now, no. I know exactly what I want and you ain't got it. He's like, where you looking for men? I'm not. It's like, no, that's right. No victim, no hood. I used to play that little role because I thought I was getting felt sorry for what? You just are having an open field for somebody to manipulate you. It's like, I know what I want. I want somebody I can communicate with, I can trust. If I tell you something, you're not using it against me, and the whole damn neighborhood ain't about to know about it. You ain't gonna put me in no drama. You ain't gonna have me guessing about what part I'm playing in your life. I shouldn't have to be able to do that. I should be that only one. And I appreciate all the situations I came with. Just like I tell people, don't ever wish that you didn't have those relationships. Whatever didn't work in them relationships is preparing you for that ultimate one that's going to be your last one, and that's going to be your only one. Because a lot of times people come in your life to make you a better person for somebody else. That's it. That's what they're supposed to be there for. They weren't supposed to be anything else. Because now when I see stuff and I say, oh, no, it could be better than me. Because there are certain situations I used to laugh at, especially if it was like one of them people that come back and tell me, oh, you this, you that. I ain't going to go through that. I'm like, I ain't going to go through that because you mess around with somebody I mess with. If he did me like that or she did me like that, trust and believe, they're going to do that to you too. They just grooming you. They just setting you. And now I'm like, I feel bad for that person. I'm just wishing them healing. They're going to have to go through it like I did, and you'll be all right. You be all right. Because I said, the wounded person, I laughed at your ass like, that's what your ass get. And now you laughing? No. Because I don't like to see any other woman get embarrassed or you make dehumanized. I can't stand stuff like that. Because the weakest thing you can do is come into a life and pretend to make sure you something that you cannot be. You putting yourself in an expectation they're looking for, and you ain't it. That's not good, because sometimes you can mess around with the wrong person. You can come up missing and stinking somewhere. Not everybody deal like that. Me, I ain't it. I orange ain't the new black and ain't the new yellow for me. So, I'm gonna just do what I need to do and keep it moving. But we learn from our mistakes. You grow from those things. You appreciate those situations so you know not to go back. And a lot of times you have to learn from going through those tragic situations. That's where it hurts deep, and it's gonna make you heal deep. So you have to be able to go through that. Why am I sounding like one of my ancestors? But I'm just saying. You're going through all these different things, and it's helping you grow in all aspects of your life. A lot of times we feel like we don't need it, but you have to understand, if you didn't need it, you wouldn't be facing it. And that may be something that you didn't think you needed, but you are. And these the way you growing. You going through people mistreating you, going through how people abandoned you, neglected you, no longer taking things personal. Yeah, it may upset you that somebody want to come at you stupid. Okay, yeah. But it's your choice. Are you going to respond to it? Only time I feel like I'm going to respond to it if you lay hands on me. Because that'll be that time you don't lay hands, you must be having your insurance paid up. Because I'm going to send you right to the hospital. Ain't got time for all that. Is that we all got a purpose. Yeah, we sure do. We really do. You really, really do. And these are the things you're learning through. Like I said, you're going through different positions of where it's being seen. Are you honoring yourself? Are you doing things for growth? Are you doing things for intent just for that moment? You know what I'm saying? Are you doing things that's going to bring growth into your life? Are you entertaining things that's going to take you to that next level? Are you being with people and really seeing what they're bringing into your life? Because a lot of times, we feel like, okay, that person, wow, keep evolving and keep gravitating towards toxic people. Is that in me? And a lot of times it's like it can be a catch-22. It could be both sides of the fence. This could be something you're not recognizing within yourself, that person is showing you through that interaction. Is I have to go. Thank you, baby, for stopping through, and I appreciate it. And thanks for coming through, and much love to you, and whatever you're working on, may it be better. It says sweet dreams from Florida is in the hearts of all in the lights. Thank you. Good night, Carl. Thanks for stopping through. I'm about to go ahead and come it to a close. 2 hours I don't preached enough tonight. But you're doing a lot of different things where you have to question yourself. Is this the best bet for you? Is this going to be the big investment to you? Is this interaction? Is this person I'm bringing into my life, this person taken out of my life, is this going to be a big investment for me, or is this going to be a major setback? You at that CEO of your life right now. And I mean, you are about to be embarking on some big things. When it start getting big things, you start dealing with some hefty stuff. And it just feel like it's like you calm down for one day, and next 10 other things is coming at the same time. But these are the things that God trying to get out your life. And a lot of times it's like, I don't know why you keep bringing this in my life, because I need you to heal. I need you to pay attention. I need for you to learn. I need you to come correct. That's what he's doing. A lot of times you tell God your plans, he'll laugh at you. And that's the biggest joke you could ever tell him. He got a dark humor. I don't see it a lot of times. I'm like, man, look. I'm like, wow. But these are the things that you're growing on. There's a lot of things that's being shown to you right now, and you need to pay attention. And if things start coming in 2s and 3s, you need to start writing it down. If you got things you're trying to bring into your life, you affirmate those things. You say it on a daily. I'm going to conquer. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to see the unseen. I'm going to hear the unheard. I'm going to speak to what has not been spoken. I'm going to move forward on what, with the trust, even when it's blindly. You're making big decisions into your life that, is really going to benefit in a long way. It's like, better to do better. Yes, it is. It's true. A lot of things is really hard. You have to be able to make tough decisions, especially like with a situation where you got family in your life, and, you can love them, but a lot of times you gotta love them from a distance, especially if it's like, it's draining you. It got you down on yourself. It makes you pull this guilt trip that you had before you started talking to them. All these different things is telling you, is this the best interest for you? Because a lot of times people feel, if it's family, I just got to take it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Especially if you're an adult, and like I said, I feel sorry for any child that's doing that. Yeah. Hit the like button, fam. Like, thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, y'all making some big things pop for you. And like I said before, that Lions Gate is about to open, and it's already preparing you. You can just feel it. It's like it feel like we're in a pressure cooker. Like if your parents got that, you about to have some spaghetti, you about to put something in that, like you about to do a seafood broil or something like that. And that part of, that pot boiling, and you got that top rattling. That's exactly where you're at right now. Because you got some stuff that's been hidden from you for a good minute, because God's seen, the things that you have faced. God's seen even when you got mad and you wanted to give up and you kept going. He sees that. And then for that, he preparing you for something that you truly deserve. And be more, he blocks you from what you wanted to give you what you need. So you got a lot of different things that's coming into y'all life. I was gonna go ahead. I might go ahead and do me another video, but y'all, I'm so damn tired because they keep on telling me go ahead and do your video and podcast and all this stuff. I said I'm gonna try to do that, but I loved having this chat with y'all tonight. It was really good because I actually stayed on an extra 30 minutes that I said I wasn't gonna stay on because I said I'm gonna do an hour and a half. But I'm glad I did because I really spoke up on some really good things, and I hope it was able to help you all like it's helping me. We all got to stick together, because I love you too. I love y'all. And I'm glad that y'all were able to come through. I don't know if I'm going to have it again tomorrow. We'll see. The only time will tell. I don't want to sit up here and say something and then go renege on what I said, because I know I'm tired. But, I got to keep it going. I got to keep doing what I got to do. But thank y'all for coming through. And I will talk to y'all another day. Or, if I have another video coming out, I already did like one or two. Y'all may be able to see. But, yeah. I'm saying? I'm tired and I'm like a little spaced out. But, it is what it is. I got to keep going. But thank y'all so much for coming through. I appreciate y'all's input. Y'all's, just feeding back to me is really good. I appreciate that. So you will see me on my next video. Or I may or I may not have another chat tomorrow. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things to start doing stuff every day and just taking a break for a couple of days. But, thanks for coming through. And you will see me at another time. Much love to you. Peace.